The Professional Darts Corporation is a professional darts organization in the United Kingdom, established in 1992 when a group of leading players split from the British Darts Organisation to form what was initially called the World Darts Council. Sports promoter Eddie Hearn is the PDC chairman. The PDC developed and holds several championship competitions, including the annual PDC World Darts Championship, the World Match Play, World Grand Prix, UK Open, Premier League, and Grand Slam. It also runs its own world rankings based on players' performances. Background and qualification. Seeds. The 2022 PDC World Darts Championship was the 29th World Darts Championship to be organised by the Professional Darts Corporation since it split from the now-defunct British Darts Organisation, and the 15th to be held at Alexandra Palace, London. It was held between December 15, 2021 and January 3, 2022, the culmination of the 2021 Professional Darts Corporation season. 96 players competed in the championship, with the 32 highest-ranked players on the PDC Order of Merit being seeded to the second round, and the next 32 highest-ranked players from the 2021 PDC Pro Tour Order of Merit and 32 players from the various qualifiers going into the first round. 2021 winner Gerwyn Price, who since winning has also won the 2021 Grand Slam of Darts, was top of the 2-year PDC Order of Merit and number 1 seed going into the tournament. 2020 winner Peter Wright, the winner of the 2021 World Match Play and part of the victorious Scotland team at the 2021 PDC World Cup of Darts, was second seed, and Michael van Gerwen, the 3-time world champion from 2014, 2017 and 2019, was third seed. As well as Price, Wright, and van Gerwen, 2 other previous PDC world champions qualified as seeds. 2015 and 2016 and 2021 runner-up Gary Anderson was 6th seeded, and 2018 world champion and 2021 European champion Rob Cross was the 11th seed. 2 former champions of the BDO World Darts Championship qualified as seeds. 3-time BDO champion Glenn Durrant was the 24th seed, with 2014 BDO champion Stephen Bunting in 16th. The top seeds behind Price, Wright, and van Gerwen were 2021 UK Open champion James Wade, 2020 World Match Play winner Dimitri van den Berg, Anderson, 2020 Grand Slam of Darts winner Jose de Souza, and 2021 Masters, Premier League, World Series Finals and World Grand Prix champion Johnny Clayton. Pro Tour qualification. Callan Rydz, a 2-time event winner on the 2021 PDC Pro Tour, was the highest-ranked non-seed on the 2021 PDC Pro Tour Order of Merit. 2007 world champion Raymond van Barneveld returned as a Pro Tour qualifier, having announced his retirement following a first-round exit in 2020, and then reversed his decision after a year out. Van Barneveld was one of 2 former PDC world champions to qualify via the Pro Tour, with 2011 and 2012 winner Adrian Lewis also qualifying. The highest-ranked debutant via the Pro Tour was Scott Mitchell, the 2015 BDO world champion. As well as Mitchell and 4-time BDO world champion Van Barneveld, 1996 BDO champion Steve Beaton also qualified via the Pro Tour, making a record 31st consecutive World Championship appearance. As well as Mitchell, other players qualifying for their PDC World Championship debuts were Alan Soutar, Jason Heaver, William Borland, Rusty Jake Rodriguez, Louis Williams, Florian Hempel, and Chaz Barstow. Martijan Clearmaker also appeared for the first time, having withdrawn from the 2021 tournament following a positive COVID-19 test. Other players qualifying via the Pro Tour included the 2021 World Youth Champion Ted Evans and 2021 PDC World Cup of Darts finalist Raubijan Rodriguez, who along with his brother Rusty Jake became the 4th pair of siblings to compete in the same World Championship. Unranked qualifiers. The final group of 32 qualifiers were determined by a series of international qualifiers and secondary tours. The PDC Development and Challenge Tours were split into UK and EU sections this year, meaning that an extra qualification spot was available via the Challenge Tour. The PDC Asian Tour was not held for a second consecutive year, with one-off qualification tournaments being held to replace it. The 2 Australian qualification spots were taken by Raymond Smith and KY Smith, the first father and son to play in the same PDC World Darts Championship. Paul Lim qualified via the Singapore qualifier, becoming at age 67 and 326 days the oldest player to compete in the World Championship, while Fabian Schmutzler, who qualified via the Development Tour, was the second youngest player ever to compete in the World Championship. 4-time BDO Women's World Champion Lisa Ashton qualified via the PDC Women's Tour, alongside Fallon Sherrock, the 2021 Grand Slam of Darts quarter-finalist and only woman to have previously won a match at the PDC World Darts Championship. The final 3 places were awarded to the winners of a qualification tournament for PDPA members, with the winners being Nick Kenny, Boris Kramar, and James Wilson. 3 of the international qualifiers withdrew following the draw, Charles Losper and Li Hao Wen, due to visa issues, and potential debutant Juan Rodriguez, following a positive test for COVID-19. They were replaced by runners-up from the PDPA qualifier in order of merit order, Mike De Decker, Gordon Mathers, and Peter Hudson. Debutants via the international and invitation qualifiers were Roman Benecke, Chris Landman, John Norman Jr., Fabian Schmutzler, Toyokazu Shibata, KY Smith, and Jim Williams. Qualifiers. The top 32 from the PDC order of merit began the competition in the second round. The 32 highest-ranked players on the PDC Pro Tour Order of Merit and 32 qualifiers from around the world began in the first round. Format. All matches were played as single-in, double-out, requiring the players to score 501 points to win a leg, finishing on either a double or the bullseye. Matches were played to set format, with each set being the best of 5 legs. After a 1-year break, the tie-break rule came back into force. For all rounds except the first, the final set had to be won by 2 clear legs, unless the set score went to 5-5, in which case a sudden death leg was played. This year, there was no throw for the bull in any sudden death legs. The matches got longer as the tournament progressed. Prize money. The prize money for the tournament was £2,500,000 in total, the same as the previous year. The winner's share was £500,000. Tournament summary. Opening rounds. The first round of the tournament, running from 15 to December 21, saw the 32 qualifiers from the PDC Pro Tour take on 32 players from international qualifiers. 2 players hit 9 dart finishes in consecutive days, William Borland hitting 1 against Bradley Brooks in the final leg of his debut on December 17, becoming the first player to hit a 9-darter in a sudden death leg to win a televised match, before Darius Labanauskas hit a second 9-darter in his defeat to Mike De Decker. Another high-profile match saw Fallon Sherrock take on Steve Beaton, with Beaton defeating the Queen of the Palace 3-2. The second round, starting the same day as the first and running through to December 23, saw the 32 seeds enter the tournament to take on first-round winners. 2 matches turned out to be between 2 former world champions, with Rob Cross defeating Raymond van Barneveld and Gary Anderson eliminating Adrian Lewis in an early round repeat of the 2011 and 2016 finals. 8 seeds were eliminated in the second round, the highest ranked of these being Dimitri van den Berg, the 5th seed, defeated by debutant Florian Hempel. Prior to the third round, 3 players had to withdraw after testing positive for COVID-19, those being Vincent van der Voort, Michael van Gerwen and Dave Chisnall, with their scheduled third-round opponents receiving byes. After the withdrawal of former champion Van Gerwen, reigning champion Gerwyn Price said that the tournament was devalued, and called for the tournament to be postponed. Van Gerwen himself criticized the PDC for a lack of COVID checks on supporters, calling the tournament a big corona bomb. Former PDC chairman Barry Hearn responded to these comments made, declaring calls for a postponement ignorant, and said all fans had been confirmed to be double vaccinated. In the third round, running from 27 to December 29, Price came through a last leg tiebreak against Kim Huybrechts, while Dirk van Dijvenbode fought back from 3-0 down to knock out Ross Smith 4-3. Former champion Gary Anderson did the same against Ian White, but Joe Cullen's attempt at a similar feat against Martijn Kleermaker faltered as he lost the final set. The last remaining international qualifier Raymond Smith ended Florian Hempel's run with a 4-1 win, while former champions Peter Wright and Rob Cross both safely qualified. The fourth round, from 29 to December 30, saw Price knock out Van Dijvenbode in a match which saw chants of "sheep shagging bastard" directed at Price, which Welsh rugby former international Andy Powell and social media users branded as racist. Michael Smith eliminated Johnny Clayton in a 4-3 thriller. Raymond Smith's run was ended by Mervyn King, with King winning 9 of the last 10 legs to reverse a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 victory. There was also 4-3 victories for Luke Humphries over Chris Dobby, both of whom had come through the third round via byes, and for Anderson over Cross in a clash of former world champions. James Wade, another beneficiary of a bye, defeated Martijn Kleermaker 4-0, while Callan Rydz and Peter Wright defeated Alan Sutar and Ryan Searle respectively, both by a score of 4-1. Final stages. The quarter-finals were held on New Year's Day. Wade comfortably beat Mervyn King 5-0 to reach his fourth World Championship semi-final. The match between Anderson and Humphries saw the first 4 sets being shared between the two players, before Anderson took control and won the last 3 sets to triumph 5-2, reaching his 7th semi-final, and condemning Humphries to a third quarter-final exit in 4 years. Rydz held leads of 2-0, 3-1 and 4-3 over Wright, before Wright leveled and took the final set in extra legs to eliminate his unseeded opponent and reach his 4th semi-final. Finally, the match between Smith and Price saw the first 8 sets go with throw, with Price both hitting the tournament's third 9-dart finish and missing 2 darts to break the 8th set and win the match, before Smith broke throw in the final set to reach his second semi-final. The semi-finals were held on January 2. In the first game Smith led from the start, winning the first set and then breaking Wade's throw to take the second set. Wade broke back in the third set before Smith restored the 2-set advantage by breaking again in the fourth. Smith took sets 5 and 6 to go 1 away, and despite Wade taking the next 2 sets, he was not able to prevent Smith from triumphing, condemning Wade to a 4th semi-final defeat from 4 attempts and enabling Smith to reach his second World Championship final. In the second semi-final, Wright took the first 3 sets, 2 of them against throw before Anderson broke back in the 4th set and then held in the 5th to close the gap to 1. Wright stopped the comeback by holding throw in the 6th set, and from then on a high-quality match went with throw, with Wright breaking Anderson's record, set in the 2017 final, for most 180s in a World Championship match, with 24. And taking the win 6-4 to reach his third World Championship final. In the final, held on January 3, Peter Wright began the game in control of throw and took the first set 3-1, before breaking with a 148 checkout in the second set on his way to another 3-1 win. Smith closed the deficit with a 3-1 win in the third set, including a 167 checkout to break, and took the fourth set 3-2 after Wright missed 2 darts to break. Wright held the fifth set 3-2, and Smith took the sixth 3-1. The seventh set saw Smith take the lead in sets for the first time, and the first 3-0 win of a set, with Smith breaking the right throw twice. Wright however broke back in the 8th set 3-1. Smith took advantage of missed darts from Wright to win the 9th set 3-2 and regain the lead, but after going 2 legs up in the 10th set, he allowed Wright to come back and take the set to level again. Wright took the lead after winning the 11th set 3-0 to move 1 away from the title, and took the next 2 legs in the 12th set, and after Smith pulled 1 back, Wright sealed the title with a 13-dart hold, hitting double 16 to win his second World Championship. Schedule. Draw. Final. Finals. Top half. Section 1. Section 2. Bottom half. Section 3. Section 4. Statistics. Top averages. This table shows the highest averages achieved by players throughout the tournament. Representation. This table shows the number of players by country in the tournament. Originally, a total of 31 nationalities were to be represented, which would surpass the record of the 2021 edition by 2. However, after late withdrawals, the total number of nationalities represented dropped to 29, equaling the maximum of 2021.